The next test we'll be doing is to test the AGC selectivity. The cables will be connected in the same manner as previous tests, with the interface harness connected to the LT6 from the KY196A radio, and the transceiver antenna out to RF output of the signal generator 750C. The difference we will be using here is using probes off of the Fluke multimeter. You will connect the red probe to the AGC test port on the interface cable, and the black COM port to the ground port of the LT6. Once your cables are connected, ensure that your KY196A radio and your avionics signal generator 750C are set to the same carrier frequency of 126.50 megahertz. On the 750C signal generator, set the RF level to 3 microvolts and set the mode to AM, and then set the AM depth to 30%. Once you have set up the signal generator, select voltage DC on your Fluke multimeter. Record the value provided by the Fluke multimeter as your baseline voltage reference. Next, toggle the signal generator to dB mode by pressing dB to convert the millivolts to dB. You should see that the 3 microvolts is now equivalent to negative 97.5 dB. To conduct this test, add 6 dB to negative 97.5 dB, which would result in negative 91.5 dB. Set the RF level to negative 91.5 dB. Once you have set the RF level to negative 91.5 dB, select the carrier frequency and then press the knob button between the up and down arrows. This allows you to enable the carrier frequency with the dial. Now rotate the knob clockwise to vary the carrier frequency upwards until you read the reference voltage you found previously, 4.8 volts. Once you have found the frequency at which is closest to the reference voltage, record the frequency you have found. Now, rotate the knob counterclockwise to vary the carrier frequency downwards until you read the reference voltage you found on step 4.
It's varying too much.
This value is the negative 6 dB level to the left of your center frequency. Next, after recording this lower frequency, we will return to the center frequency of 126.5 megahertz. Next, we will add 60 decibels to the negative 97.5 decibel, which will result in negative 37.5 decibels. We will then set our RF level to negative 37.5 dB. We will now select carrier frequency and the knob button, and we will then scroll clockwise with the knob until we find our reference voltage of 4.8 volts. Once we have found the frequency that is closest to our reference voltage of 4.8 volts, we will record. In this test, we have found that our right side carrier voltage is 126.5176 megahertz. Once we have recorded this value, we will then scroll the knob counterclockwise, going above the maximum until the number starts decreasing and we arrive back at our reference voltage of 4.8 volts. Finding our reference voltage of 4.8 volts on the left-hand side of our carrier frequency center, we have found that the carrier frequency is 126.482 megahertz. We will now record this value, and the AGC selectivity test is now complete.